So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT.
That makes the score Ohio State 7, Texas 0.
Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. And they'll start off with a deep shot. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
Second down after the incompletion. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Cannot connect, incomplete, and now 4th down. The Longhorns will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Big time gamble coming up. Coach going for it this close to his own end zone. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Lets it go quickly. And that one's picked off. What a play. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on 4th down. I'm not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away.
14, Texas 0. Texas.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. The Longhorns offense takes the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. The gain is 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on 1st down.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Send the back in motion. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's King. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a 1st down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
On the run, he'll let it go. Makes the catch downfield.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play. They're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. Hold on here a second. The replay booth has signaled they want to take another look at this one.
Good job here to be able to get a foot down. That was awfully close to being out of bounds, but no, he's in.
Looks like they got the ruling on the field right the first time. They confirm it with the review. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to throw it again. Caught near the sticks. It's Gibson. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Grab down the middle. It's King. And uses his speed to pick up solid yardage. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. An inside give now from the shotgun. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Second down.
Ready. 3:25.
Here's the option play. The back's got another pitch. Tackle made after just a short gain.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional. And if that doesn't change, I don't know how they get back into this game.
He's tackled at the 9-yard line. Offense facing fourth down.
Longhorns will come to the line on fourth down, looking to keep the drive going. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a fourth down play, and they will take over on downs now.
Chris, how about this? The offensive coordinator decides to run the quarterback on a design run to try to catch the defense napping, but the defense was not having it at all. Waiting for that play to be run, comes up with a nice stop to get the ball back.
Breaks a tackle on the play, makes a decent gain.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Caught in the backfield. It's Graham. They wrap it up after the completion, just short of the first down marker.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
So let's see what they like here on third and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. That's a design quarterback keeper. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
On the play. Brings up.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Texas 0.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And he's not going to get there. The defense right. Makes a huge 4th down stop.
Chris, I just don't get it. You're inside your own red zone, and you're going for it here? You might as well just give the opponent the ball and a chance to score an easy touchdown.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking for 6. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they snuff out the drive with the takeaway.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. That's just thrown away. I don't think he's going to get away with that. Yeah, here comes the flag. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Tackle made quickly, but a big chunk play for this offense through the air. So one play moves the ball to the 38. It'll be 1st down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this.
Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. When teams can run the ball and pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And you'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. And throwing again on 2nd and 10. And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Makes the grab. It's lead. Good enough for 1st down yardage.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another 1st down for this offense.
It's a shotgun run call. Powering through. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Looking to the end zone, and it's caught. Touchdown, Ohio State. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down in the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
And they'll set up for the PAT.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Attack on the PAT, and it's 21-0.
That makes the score Ohio State 21.
Now they get set to kick it away.
Number 17, set to kick it off. Texas.
Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Remember, the last possession ended quickly. An interception on the first play. Let's see if they can do better here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up under the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36. They bring him down, but the sophomore quarterback shows what a cannon he has. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. The defender gets a hand in there to break the pass up.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Touchdown, Texas. This quarterback on fire today. And a touchdown to the big tight end. We're seeing it more and more on Saturdays and Sundays, Kurt.
Well, the tight end saying, hey, guys, don't forget about me. Don't forget I'm a pretty good player, too. All the attention being put on the wide receivers out on the perimeter. It makes this defense have to focus on the interior, making sure where that tight end is and trying to slow him down.
Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back.
Texas.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get it at the 15. That's where the offense will take over.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. Here's an easy completion to the back out of the backfield. The defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
They bring him down right at the 20.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Crucial third down play coming up after that run. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there. Had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route. Just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Why in the world would the offensive coordinator and head coach decide to go for it inside their own red zone? That's a peculiar choice for this offense.
The Longhorns offense takes the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. Makes the catch. Can he get in? And he scores. Touchdown, Longhorns. If we had a short field, the offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kurt.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
The turn begins inside the 10. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. First down, looking to throw the football. And looking for a big play here. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Pretty nice catch here, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, sometimes a little questionable, as we saw here.
And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second- and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Third down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Defense able to stop him. It's fourth down now.
Quarterback had a lot of time to evaluate this defense, and most of his reads downfield appeared to be taken away, so he checks it down to his running back. And how about the way this defense just runs to the football to keep him short of that first down? Great job by the D.
Check this out. The offense still on the field, going for it inside their own 30. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Linebacker is maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. And he drops back in the gun. Gets rid of it on the move. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about receivers that if the ball hits your hands, you're supposed to bring it in. But it's hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you like that.
He'll look to throw it here on second down. Another interception. Wow, that's his fourth tonight. Not much on the return, but the defense comes up with a takeaway.
Boy, great hands by the defender to take that ball away and pretty much steal it from the intended receiver. I don't know if I'd be targeting that defender very many more times.
Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Last possession, they were stopped on fourth down, but it didn't cost them anything. And they put together something here. They get him down. The gain is to about the 12.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Grab behind the line. It's Adams. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Buckeyes will line up to kick it away. So on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. It's a low punt, won't travel very far. And the punt coverage team able to touch it, so no return on the play. The Longhorns offense takes the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Okay, ready?
The Longhorns trying to cash in here in the red zone. And looking to throw now on first down. Will he score here? Tackle just short of the goal line at the run. What a run.
Hello, Mr. Defensive Coordinator. You may want to account for the quarterback. Are you kidding me? A quarterback scramble for this many yards? You got to make adjustments. Account for the...
Will make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas.
Boy, how exciting has this first half been? We get a touchdown here. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. A lot of great action here.
And he knocks through the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the second quarter. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And he fields it inside the 15. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
And the Ohio State offense will take over. First and 10.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. First down, looking to throw the ball. The pass rush closing in. On the run, going to heave it downfield. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Breaks loose at the 40. Oh, the football comes out. Tackled on the return, and that's how we'll end the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick this away to start the second half. They'll return it from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. First play of the second half is a handoff. Solid run, moves the ball out across the 20 to the 21.
Well, the offense goes with a counter play here, and the defense does a pretty good job of slowing it down. Again, you got to be disciplined on defense. Just when you think they're running on the front side, they run that counter play, and you better be home on the back side.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And the single back takes the handoff. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Moves left out of the pocket. And he'll wisely throw that one away. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. The pocket breaking down. Breaks loose at the 40. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, of which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Trying to create outside the pocket now. And he just throws it away. This is the 6th play on the drive. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. So back-to-back plays, nowhere to run. This defense all over the running back so far.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Well, nearly an interception down there in the end zone. Could not quite hold on. It'll bring up 4th down now. The Buckeyes will have to kick this away when it comes for his 2nd punt of the game. And this will be fair caught about the 15. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And he's got it again. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. Longhorns looking to run some tempo here.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
No connection there. The pass is incomplete. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. The reception nets about 7 yards, but 4th down coming up here.
4th down.
The offense with a major gamble here, going for it inside their own 40. 4th down. He's throwing for it. He's got it. Enough for a first down. And the gain just good enough for a first down.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the first down.
The Longhorns pick up enough to get a first down there. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Looking to throw it on first down. Grab behind the line. It's screen. The defense drops him for a loss. It went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now. The offense with 5 receivers now. Empty backfield. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, looking to throw it. And he cannot make the catch over the middle of the crossing route. He's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now here's an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't quite have the concentration or the focus necessary. Ends up dropping it before he could bring it in.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Pulls it in. It's King. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48.
Chris, the thing that I love about this play is the running back showing great patience and then the vision to find that hole and then accelerate through it for a nice gain.
First down here for this offense. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Set. Here's 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down.
He's brought down at the 36-yard line. And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback escapes the pocket. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well. And he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
The pickup is 9, so it sets up a 3rd and 1 now.
Well, throughout this game, they've shown a number of their base run plays in the first half, so it's good to mix in the counter here in the second half, just in case the defense is starting to over-pursue. Keep an eye on if they pull that play again maybe later in this game.
Can he make it to the marker? Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
Hey, if I'm the coach right now at this point in the game with a chance to kick a field goal within my field goal kicker's range, I take the points and take the lead and rely on my defense to win the game. But hey, it's up to you. If you want to be aggressive, go for it.
So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
You put 5 wide receivers into a formation that puts so much pressure on the defense. Do you have enough guys that can cover? The quarterback does such a good job of finding the weakness and exploiting it.
Now they line up to kick the extra point. PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Quick throw to his receiver. And it's incomplete, just out of the reach of the receiver. So 2nd and 10 after the previous play. From the shotgun, drops back. Pulls it in. It's Gibson. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid game.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch. Gets the first down in the process.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. And he fires the football to the right side. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. Touchdown, Longhorns. Made the defense look slow that time.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
And the important PAT is up and good. We're tied in the 4th. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Using his legs here. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Here's the 2nd down play. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
See what the call is on 1st and 10. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. An important 9 yards gained there. Brings up just 3rd and 1.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and it's a nice, solid game.
Here we go, a crucial 3rd and 1 late in this game. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Well, these are the kind of situations you practice every week. You got to be able to get a yard. And the offensive line was able to give them just enough push to convert here on the ground. Clearly, they've done this drill before countless times, and it shows.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. They make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Caught behind the line. It's Graham. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, a lot of times you match up a wide receiver, you get a linebacker on him. You like to think that the wide receiver can shake him. This linebacker is really athletic and is able to make plays in space.
Fights through the tackler. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Close to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop. It's a run to the left. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they'll claim the 4th quarter lead.
What a thing of beauty by this offense to put that go-ahead score up on the board. The quarterback played with tremendous composure when the game was on the line. Now we'll see if his own defense can hold on to this lead.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. Getting set to kick the ball off now.
35, Texas, 28. Texas.
Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And left with no option, just has to throw it away.
At this point in the game, obvious situations, you're going to throw the football. I like the call by the defensive coordinator. Went with dime. 6 defensive backs get them as much speed on the field as you can. May have confused the quarterback there a little bit and led to that incompletion.
Lets it fly to the wideout. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Good enough for the first down to the 37.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. First down. Looking to throw the football. Time is running out. They'll take a deep shot. Pass caught down at the 20.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
Great chance for the offense to tie the game. First and goal. One man in the backfield, and he'll get the football. Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, I'm shocked by this. I mean, this is a great touchdown by this offense. They're an extra point away from tying this game up. We may be headed to overtime.
And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll just take a knee here, trying to preserve as much time as possible. They'll start at the 25. State offense back on the field. How do you play this now? Do you call a conservative play and just wait for overtime, or try to make something happen and win it in regulation? He pulls it in for a big gain. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. And looking to throw now on first down. Graham down the middle. It's Lee. He picks up 9, so just short of the first down. 2nd and 1.
Boy, another nice throw by this quarterback. You know, Chris, he's had a heck of a day the entire game, avoiding mistakes, making good throws, giving his team a chance to win this game. And when it comes down to it, I want the ball in his hands with a chance to make a play to win.
As a design quarterback keeper, just trucks the man. Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. And the offense will spend a timeout here with 20 seconds on the clock.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to scramble. Can't get it away. The defense has got away. Huge stop at this stage of the game. Well, that time they were not going to let this speedy quarterback get away. They dropped him in the backfield.
Man, that is a major accomplishment to be able to get after him. We can see what he can do with his legs even on the previous play. Anytime you can corral him, you're just trying to keep him in the pocket, let alone have an opportunity to bring him down for a loss on a sack. Great job by the defense.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Pressure is coming. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just throw it away.
Well, this is it. Late in the game, really tight situation. This is what separates a good quarterback from a great quarterback. Can he come up with the play to keep this drive alive?
Incompletion brings up 3rd down. Now a timeout is called with just 10 seconds left to play.
Timeout, Texas.
Offense comes to the line for 3rd down off the incompletion. And a timeout is called here. 10 seconds remaining on the clock.
Timeout, Ohio State.
On the ready.
Third down now after the incompletion. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play.
Ohio State.
So a field goal attempt coming up now. And a timeout is taken. Just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play.
Timeout, Texas.
And they will trot out the field goal team here. No problem. Knocks it right through. And with that, they regain the lead. We love to see a game come down to the final possession. It was who's going to have the football last, and they were able to make plays and come out with a win.
Yeah, not only the final minutes, but the final drive. And that entire unit looked calm, cool, and collected. It was well called by their offensive coordinator, and this defense just couldn't stop them when they needed to.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.